Hello YouTube, this is Darkside Jedi coming back with another collection video to share with you guys. Got a lot of good feedback from my first video. I'm super excited to do my second. This is a great hobby, and it's just fun to see what everybody's got in their collections. It makes you want to drive to get those sweet keys and those cool books you never even knew existed. So to all you out there, keep it up. I will watch. Please watch me. Please like. Please tell your friends. And hopefully I'll be an integral part of this awesome community that you guys have built up on YouTube. Today's collection video is going to feature Robin, all things Robin, the boy wonder and the girl wonder. Some of you might not have known that was the case. I believe there's been 5 Robins total, maybe 6, but 5 for sure that I know of. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and it's going to feature Silver Age, Bronze, Copper, Modern, even stuff from New 52. Just because I am a huge Batman fan, and with Batman comes Robin. So here we go. First book here that we have is Batman 129. This is an awesome Silver Age book. The key to it is that it is a origin story, or a retelling of an origin story of Robin, Dick Grayson. And I'm just happy to have it. I think it's a sweet book. I think it's my oldest Batman book that I own to date. I think it was published sometime in 1958, so that's pretty sweet. So early Silver Age, excited to have it. Here we go with another Dick Grayson as Robin. This is Detective Comics number 489, and this is a meeting between Robin and Batgirl. I'm not sure if it's the first meeting ever, but it's a meeting between Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson as Robin. Here is Batman Family number 2. This is another Batgirl / Robin Dick Grayson meeting, and it's an early Batman family, so I think that's pretty sweet. And I don't know, I like the cover too. It's Batman and Batgirl pulling Robin basically. Okay, so the next book I have to share is Robin, Dick Grayson. The first few books I'm going to be showing here is all going to be Dick Grayson, and then I'll get into the next and the next and the next. But here we have, I'll see if we can get that in there. We've got Kid Flash, Aqualad, Robin. This is actually Brave and the Bold number 54. This is the first appearance of the Teen Titans, but it's also a Robin book. You know, really, it's Dick Grayson in the Teen Titans. It is a graded book, CBCS. It got a 5.5. I actually was able to send that in myself. So I'm very happy to have that in my collection. So keeping with the Teen Titans, I think we're gonna skip the second appearance of the Teen Titans and go to the third, because I don't own the second appearance, but I do own the third appearance, which is Showcase Presents number 59. This is the third appearance of the Teen Titans, and it is a Robin Dick Grayson book. Here we go with a Teen Titans title. I don't think there's any key to this specifically, but it is a cool Robin cover. Dick Grayson Robin, Teen Titans, quit Robin, quit. So, I don't know, sweet colors. These old Teen Titans books have the coolest coloring. I mean, there's a lot of people on Instagram, well, a couple people on Instagram that always comment on the colors of a book. And you know what? They're right, because take the time to look at the colorist's job that they did. I mean, the art is one thing, you know, but it's 3 parts. It's the drawing itself, the sketch, it's the shading, the inking, you know what I mean? And it's the coloring. And that combined makes it a beautiful piece. And this is a beautiful piece. Okay, let's set these down here. The next book I have that is a Robin-centric book, I believe. It's Teen Titans, first appearance of the new Teen Titans. It's DC Comics Presents number 26. And it is a Teen Titans preview. You see right here. But hey, it's Robin, and it's Dick Grayson. So this is also a graded book. This is a CGC 9.4. I'm happy with it. You know, obviously everybody likes those 9.8s, 9.6s, but when it comes to comic books, I think just having it is cool. You know, obviously if you get a lower grade, this isn't lower grade, but if you get a lower grade book, you can always try to sell it and use that money to upgrade or trade or do whatever. You know, sometimes 3 or 4 books will get you that 9.8 that you want. Or if you're happy with a 5.0 or 3.0 in some cases, you know, that's okay. Gives it a little bit of character. Here is the new Teen Titans number 1 with Dick Grayson, Robin right there on the cover. I think this is a really cool book. It's the first solo title book of the new Teen Titans. A little newer of a book. This is from the Grant Morrison run, Batman. This is Batman number 682. Now, this is not really a Robin book per se. It is more of... it happens along the Final Crisis timeline when Batman gets zapped by the Omega beams by Darkseid and gets, you know, everybody thinks he's dead, but actually he's like hooked up to some machine and they're reading his thoughts, trying to discover who Batman really is. And in his dream sequence, he recounts his time as Batman with Robin in different scenarios. But there's a part in here, and it's a one-panel thing, where Batman recounts a time when Dick Grayson was in a laughing contest with the Joker. And I thought that was pretty awesome. Supposedly he won. I don't know. I think Dick Grayson beat the Joker in that laughing contest. And for that, this book is on the list. All right, these next few books are Robin's centric. It's not specifically Dick Grayson, even though this is the Dick Grayson pile. But it's important to the Robin and Batman story. The first is Battle for the Cowl, number 1. This is a 3-part miniseries. This is determining who picked up the Cowl in Batman's absence after the Final Crisis story. In this book in particular shows Jason Todd as Batman. He's kind of he kind of looks like, if you've been playing that Batman Arkham Knight game, he kind of looks like the Arkham Knight, but more Batman-y. So this is the start of that. Tim Drake told Dick Grayson, and Dick Grayson is Nightwing in this story, that he should be the one that picks up the Cowl. But Dick Grayson doesn't feel comfortable with that. So there's kind of a battle going on to see who would become the new Batman. Jason Todd is the one who is currently, in this book, Batman. Not a good Batman, but a Batman nonetheless. Here's the variant for that issue. And I love this variant because it kind of foreshadows what will happen. And it's funny how they put this image first, because if you've read the story, spoiler alert, I don't want to give it away, but if you've read the story, you know that Dick Grayson becomes Batman. So this is the number 1 variant that shows the Dick Grayson Batman. Here's Battle for the Cowl number 2. This is a book that is it's an awesome part of the story. As you see in the cover, Tim Drake, Robin, puts on the bat cowl and he goes to fight Jason Todd, ends up losing. But I'm not sure, but I think this is the first time that Tim Drake donned the Bat costume. And here we go with the variant that makes more sense for this #2 issue, because that is what happens. Tim Drake becomes Batman for a short period. Here's the finale of the Battle of the Cowl books, and there's the Jason Todd Batman, so I don't know, it's kind of Arkham Knight-ish. But in this book, it's a twofer, because it's the first appearance of Nightwing, Dick Grayson as Batman, because he was Batman in some other story where, and I can't remember what it was, but it was some other story where he ended up like Batman wanted him, Bruce Wayne wanted Dick to, or no, I'm sorry, Dick, to dress up as Batman, to put on an extra suit to kind of play a trick or something. I'm not familiar really, but I read that, and I believe that was kind of in the 400s or 300s in the Batman series. So this key, if you want to call it a key, is when Dick Grayson, Nightwing, becomes Batman, and from this moment forward, he is Batman in the Batman universe. Batman at this point, Bruce Wayne, is in this time warp that he was sent back through the Final Crisis series, and then when he actually comes back, he forms Batman Incorporated. So Dick Grayson is the Batman of Gotham, and that's the beginning in this book. Also, a little too for Damian Wayne becomes Robin to the Dick Grayson Batman. So this is the first appearance, or the first time you see Damian as Robin, and this is the first time you see Dick Grayson as Batman. Here's the variant for this. This is the Jason Todd variant. I think that is really sweet. All those variants are cool. Fun, cool stuff. Okay, and speaking of Dick Grayson as Batman, this is the first appearance of Dick Grayson as Batman in a Batman title. So I thought that was pretty sweet. Okay, here is a book a lot of people should know and love if you're a Dick Grayson fan, Batman fan, Teen Titans fan, and I am all three. So it's Tales of the Teen Titans, number 44. This is the first appearance of Nightwing in his awesome 70s style George Perez collared Saturday Night Fever gear. I mean, I don't know. Some people like that. I think it's a sign of the times, right? So, first appearance of Dick Grayson, Robin as Nightwing. This is the annual Tales of the Teen Titans annual number 3. I believe this is the second appearance of Nightwing. I could be wrong, but I think it is. If I'm wrong, please let me know. This is not really a key. It's just, I love any story that involves a Robin versus a Robin, or Nightwing versus Robin, or Batgirl versus Robin. Anybody in the Bat family who fights, and it's usually the Robins because there's so many of them. So Nightwing guest starring Robin, brother versus brother. It's Nightwing and Tim Drake, and it is pretty sweet. And it's part of the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul storyline, which is actually a pretty cool storyline too. Here's Nightwing number 149. This is part of the Batman RIP. I just like the cover. No other reason. It's got the villains. It's got the Bat spotlight, and it's got Nightwing just about to get destroyed. You know, it's pretty. I don't know, sweet. It's Poison Ivy, the Joker, Scarecrow, Mr. Freeze, the Penguin. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Here is Nightwing number 153. This is the final issue of the first Nightwing volume. This will then tie into, not tie in, but this starts the New 52, I believe, after this issue. So it's nice to have final issues. First and final issues to me are cool. I like, the anniversary issues, 150, all that stuff. It's just fun things to have. But final issues are always good too. And it's a cool cover. All right. Here now we're getting into some pretty new stuff. This is Dick Grayson as Nightwing, and this is Dick Grayson's first appearance in the New 52. It's a great cover, great storyline. It only lasted for 30 issues, which is disappointing because I think that Kyle Higgins knocked it out of the park. I mean, as far as a Nightwing writer, awesome. Higgins was as good at the Nightwing storyline in the New 52 as Dixon was in the Robin run in the 90s or 80s or even 2000s. But anyway, Nightwing number 1. This book, again, because I like Robin vs. Robin, this is actually a shapeshifter that ends up fighting Nightwing. Batgirl swooping in to save the day. I believe this is a lower print run too, so it's a good book to have. That's one of the nicer, newer books to have. And that's Nightwing number 4, New 52. Here is Nightwing number 9. Now, number 8 is, I think, more of a key than this one, because number 8 is when Batman tells Dick that the Talon is actually his great-grandfather, Dick Grayson's great-grandfather. So William Cobb is the Talon, who is Dick Grayson's great-grandfather. I mean, we can talk about keys. Obviously the Silver Age, Bronze Age, all those are set keys, but this newer stuff, you know what? They brought in some pretty cool new storylines, pretty cool new characters. I think Talon is one of the coolest new characters that was invented in the New 52, and he's related to Dick Grayson. Here's Nightwing 0 issue, New 52. This is just a retelling of his origins. All these 0 issues are cool. Here's Nightwing number 30. This is the final issue written on the Nightwing story for New 52, which is a disappointment. I think this run was awesome. But you know what? They got to sell books and they change it up, and I don't know, sometimes that's a shame, but that cover is awesome too. This is the apparent death of Nightwing. The Forever Evil series was really good. Villains pretty much took over the DC universe. The Crime Syndicate came from planet or Earth 3 and just wreaked havoc. However, there were some villains that didn't like that too much, Lex Luthor being one of them. But Robin was unmasked, and Nightwing was unmasked, and he was pretty much tortured and was going to be killed by the Crime Syndicate. But something happened and he wasn't. And this was the issue that kind of made it so he wouldn't die. Lex Luthor stopped his heart, so this bomb would not go off, and then they revived him. So everybody thought Nightwing was going to die, but they didn't kill him. And that's Forever Evil number 7. That's the final issue of the Forever Evil 7 of 7 series. Alright, these next books are just, for any Batman and Robin fan, You gotta love them. They're awesome. It's an awesome story by an awesome writer and an awesome artist. Frank Miller and Jim Lee, the All-Star Batman and Robin series. This is just awesome. This artwork is top notch. Jim Lee is top notch, but these covers are sweet. The story is sweet. I can't recommend it any more than. So issue number 1, issue number 2. This issue is fantastic because it holds the line that gives me a laugh every time I read it. I'm the goddamn Batman. I love it, and it's in this issue. I think I posted that on Instagram. Issue number 3, 4, 5. I mean, come on, man. Jim Lee knocks it out of the park. 6, 7. The Joker tattoo cover, fantastic. That is just a cool picture. Number 8, number 9. This is a cover swipe. Jim Lee after, I think it says Burnley. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And issue number 10. Now, this is the issue everyone's probably going, wow, is this the one where it's got the swear words in it? Unfortunately, no. It's blacked out. So this is not the swearing issue, unfortunately. I would like to get it, but this is still a cool book. Okay, we're getting to be about 23 minutes here, so what I'm going to do is probably have to make this a two-parter or a three-parter. We'll see. That's the end of the Dick Grayson Robins that I have. So we will start up next, part 2, starting with the Jason Todd Joker. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Take care.